So often I get a message or a client will ask me, Alex, what can I take? What can I take for XYZ, whatever the situation is? And of course, oftentimes it's not something minor, right? It's not what can I take for a headache, where my question would be the same anyway as what I'm about to say. But oftentimes I get asked, what can I take for, my 10-year existing IBS issues, or for my MCAS, or for, whatever it is, but substantial health issues that are occurring. And, or they will say, well, right now I don't have the space or the time or whatever to dive deep into a healing protocol. But Alex, just quickly, what can I take for this big issue? And here I want to tell those of you that are out there seeking for that magic pill that is going to resolve your 5, 10, 15, 20 years of health issues. There is no such thing. And if anybody tries to tell you, oh, there is this one thing that is going to make a huge difference, it's not true. And oftentimes what happens, of course, there are certain things. Sometimes it could be a peptide bioregulator. Sometimes it could be a peptide. Sometimes it could be an enzyme. So there are certain things out there. Sometimes it can be PEMF. Sometimes certain things will make a marked difference in the short term. And you will have an experience, and I've seen this for myself, sometimes even something as simple as fulvic and humic acid, right? A new version of it. You take it, and for 5 days or for 10 days or for 2 weeks or sometimes even a little bit longer, you kind of get the feeling, okay, wow, like this is really making a difference. Whether your energy is different or your bowel movements are improved or your brain fog is improved, you get the feeling, wow, this is it. And then the honeymoon is over, and certain issues return, maybe not quite as marked, because the things that I have mentioned, of course, they will make a difference. They will bring your acidity levels down. They will take care of some level of detoxification. They will remineralize the body in the case of fulvic and humic acids. So, of course, they will make some difference. But ultimately, we do need to remember that whenever we're trying to resolve a long standing health issue, whether that is thyroid issues, hormone issues, immune issues, you name it, you're always, always, always going to need a holistic approach that systemically works on all systems, that works systemically and systematically on all systems. Because if that's not what you're doing, you're simply going to be working on a portion of the issue, and you're going to feel the difference, and you're going to sing the praises of the products or the praises of the practitioner. But it's most often short lived. And if you think back to all the things that you have tried over the course of the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years to resolve your health issues, how many times did you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I just found the thing? And then it didn't end up being the everything. It didn't end up being the thing that resolved all things. And so now you are back to looking for answers. And that is typically the kind of client that lands up with me, where they say, okay, I've done all of these things for 5 years. I've seen all of these practitioners. I have tried all of these products. I've done all these protocols. I've done all these biohacks. And oftentimes, of course, have spent a lot of money, never mind the time. And then they're back to square one, or they are worse, or they simply have not fully resolved their health issues. So if that is you, think about this. There is no one miracle solution, but rather it will always involve lifestyle change. It will always involve protocols that are comprehensive and that work on several systems. Because if there is something in your body that has really gone wrong, that is really not working, right? And therefore you're experiencing ongoing symptoms, especially when these symptoms go on for, like I said, several years, sometimes decades, unresolved. And it is so easy to then think, oh, well, this is just me. This is just my lot. This is just my genetic pool, whatever your thinking is. And it's faulty thinking, because your body can absolutely regenerate, and it regenerates itself when we give it the right circumstances under which to regenerate. So if this was helpful, share it. And if you have any questions or if you want support, you can always DM me at enlight.life. At this channel, wherever you found this message. And also reach out if you want to watch one of my free masterclasses where I explain why you have not yet resolved your health issues.